Could Danger Boy Deegan be on his way to HRC Honda? Hey everybody, Wealthy Wanderers, buckle up, strap in. We got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. So let's jump back on the Moto merry-go-round and examine the good, the bad, and maybe a little bit of the ugly.
No, Walty, not the ugly. Only examine rainbows and sunshine and Pride Month and electric mini bikes.
No. Somebody's got to read between the lines and look between the industry ruts. And we got some ruts to look through today. You know, here's the thing, man. I have a feeling Danger Boy is not happy at Star Yamaha. Why you ask? Of course, I'm going to tell you. Because things have been going kind of bad here as of late. He's had the bike blow. A couple times that bike has given up on him. And after Redbud's disaster debacle, the thing is most riders, I guarantee it, man. You talk to Colt Nichols, you talk to Jorge Prado, you talk to any of these riders, if they're having troubles on the track, what's the first thing they're going to blame? The bike, whether it's the bike or not. And I really think that Star Yamaha actually has some issues. I think they've always been the power, as of late, they've been the powerhouse motorcycle that everybody wants to ride. And I think lately they've been reaching a little bit, trying to get even more power out of that bike. You got Mosiman having problems. You got Eli having problems with that bike. It's given up. And now you got Danger Boy, really the face of the brand. I mean, he's the face of the industry. Or he was starting to kind of push Jet out of the way and kind of bulldoze his way in. But the reality is this. It ain't looking good. It ain't looking good right now. I still don't think anybody touches the Wonder Boy. Why, you ask? Well, of course I'm going to tell you. Not even Danger. I think for a while we're like, Danger's going to come take it. And even Danger was starting to believe that he was too. And I think there's nothing wrong. You have to believe that you're the best. I mean, that's the first step to becoming the best, is believe you're the best. Even if you're not, you can act your way into the right way of thinking. He's clearly been doing that. But the reality is this. Danger has had to go full send on many, if not every time he takes the track. Jet hasn't had to go full send once. Not even once. But the reality is this. I think that Danger is probably, I don't know if it's all rainbows and sunshine over at Star right now. I know from what I gather that Bobby Regan is probably not the easiest dude to deal with. He's kind of old and crotchety. And Danger's young and full of pee and vinegar. So, I mean, the reality is this. I think that Danger has not been happy with that bike for a while. And the reality is this. It would be a stretch to think that he would go over to HRC. It would be a stretch. I think HRC, if I had to guess, has talked about, can you imagine if we had Danger Boy Deegan and Jet Lords here? We'd corner the industry. And it's true. They would. That would be a dream team for sure. They would be unbeatable. I wouldn't be surprised if they've reached out to Danger, because after basically, from what it looks like, they've let go of Smoke and Average Joe. And Chance Hymas is now a big question mark, really. I mean, I'm sure they're going to bring him back, especially if he's still under contract and he's back from an injury before that contract expires. He's coming back unless he can't. But the reality is this. I just don't know if Hymas is going to have, his full strength and be able to pick up where he left off. Chances are he will, because he's still young and full of fight, and hopefully they will. But can you imagine if Danger Boy ended up over there at HRC? Now, would the Lawrence brothers, or the Lawrence camp rather, or Jet himself, even allow Danger to come over? Maybe. Maybe they would be like, hey, if you can't beat him, join him. And that's more of the angle Danger should be taking. Hey, man, if I can't beat him, I may as well join him. The reality is this, is next year he's going to the 450. And I wouldn't be surprised if I had my choice. I don't know. It would be a hard pick, right? Because if you have Jet and Hunter, the brothers, the dream team, Batman and Robin, the dynamic duo, would you want to break them up? Or would you make a third 450 available and just add Danger Boy up to the 450? I mean, this is a stretch for sure. It would take a miracle to make this deal happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if Danger Boy is to the point. I think why I'm really going this direction is that I don't think Danger is really happy at Star. I think that he's blaming the bike. Now, the way he rides, and same with Eli. I don't know with Moseman. See, that's the thing. Moseman's not. I think he rides the bike possibly a little harder than like a Justin Cooper or some of these other riders. But the bikes are starting to let go. And I think that Star has potentially been trying to juice a little more horsepower. They should have just left good enough alone. And I think they're probably in there trying to find more power. These teams are always more power, more power, more power. And something's going on with that bike. For Eli, it sucks because, I mean, he had a pretty good season going, and now it's demolished. So he's just racing for race wins now and buying his time until he gets over to that KTM, where hopefully he can make that bike work. It might have been a little bit of the roll of the dice. We'll have to wait and see. A big question mark there. It'll just be nice to still have Eli not retiring and still out of the races. But with that being said, there's a good chance Honda has had the conversation. Can you imagine? I mean, put yourself in their position. Can you imagine if you've got the Wonder Boy and Danger Boy on your same team? Like, that would be completely unbeatable. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a moto guy that wants to see you not only win on the track, off the track. Understand the waters you're swimming in now, they're shark infested. Danger Boy Deegs, welcome to the swimming pool. Bad race at Redbud. We're still waiting to see how you respond to that, if the leg is actually good to go. That would be catastrophic if there's actually a bigger injury than just a deep bone bruise or muscle pull in that leg. That's going to, I mean, I'm sure you're going to try to line it up and keep going, because you've really, now at this point, you might have to just go into championship mode and just try to get near the podium and just try to eke out this series, and then hopefully I don't know. I mean, this is a tough one, but I know one thing's for sure. Based on my career in the industry, riders always blame the bike for their finishes, and I have a feeling you're blaming yours as well. There's a saying, if you can't beat them, you may as well join them. I don't think you're beating Jet Lawrence anytime soon. In the meantime, Walty will be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.